What exactly is it that you want to be? Are you trying to prove something to me or to yourself? When I was young, I thought that maybe I could get somewhere, maybe I could be someone. All I wanted to do was to prove to myself that I could do whatever I wanted. It never worked. As long as all I cared about was what I thought, the world just viewed me as a menace to be dealt with. That is not how I got to where I am today. I got to where I am, sitting here now, by proving to the world that I could do whatever I want. Once you do that, then the world respects you. Then it fears you. And now, I can do whatever I want with you. And you know that.
It was a mistake. An accident. Take my word for it. It won't happen again.
Your word. Is your word enough that I should trust you with your own life, let alone the lives of the people I value? If you think so, then you're free to go.
Is this a joke?
No, it's not a joke. If you really think that I should trust you on your word, then go.
It won't happen again, boss. I know that it won't.
I know. But I don't know. And that's the problem.
Where do you think you're going?
I've got something for Mr. Zander.
No, you don't.
Let me in.
Listen, buddy, anything you got for him, you got to give to me, okay?
Okay.
It was a debacle. The whole room just stares at him and starts cracking up. So I said to him, hey, buddy, if you really want this, you have no idea what you're going to have to do to get it.
So what'd you do? Make him get down on his knees right then and there?
No, it was even better. Here's what happened. I said to the guy, where's my appletini? Hey, that's my appletini you got there.
Yes, it's very good, thank you.
No, I don't think you understand. That was my appletini. Now, why don't you go to the bar and get me a new one?
Yeah, go back to the bar and get him a new one. Asshole.
I'm a bit strapped for cash, actually.
Would you look at this
Who
joker?
does this guy think he is?
Look at this joker. He's not gonna get me another drink. Hey, Joker, why don't you look me in the eye and tell me you... Wait, do I know you? How do I know you?
Lehman's place. He misses doing business with you.
Oh, shit. Dan?
What are you doing?
Dan!
He says to say
Dan, get in here! What the... Oh.
I told you, it wasn't me. We've been talking for 2 days straight here. I'm telling you, I didn't do it. I'm a mess. How am I supposed to mourn my wife? Can't I just go home?
You know what? You're right. You're right. And I believe you. I really do.
Just shut up. My wife's dead. Stop joking like that.
No, I'm not joking.
I believe you.
So, let me help you. You hate this man. who killed your wife. And you want us to get him just as bad as we do, because you loved your wife. And he killed her. She loved you. You hate this man. You hate yourself. He killed your wife. You killed your wife. You killed your wife.
I did. I killed her. I didn't mean to. It was an accident. I was drunk. I'm not a bad person. I've never done anything like this before. I can go away. I can make it right. I can go somewhere.
You and I both know where you're going.
Please, I won't do it again.
No. I know you won't.
Alex, last piece falls into place.
Yeah, well, that's easy when all the other pieces have been put in place for me. Thanks for all your inside work, man.
Don't mention it. Seriously, when you get in there, you scare me sometimes.
I do my best.
Alex, don't forget your date with the chief.
Oh, yeah. Is it that time already?
You better be happy you got that case settled in time. You might actually have a chance at the next one.
Come in.
Good morning, Chief.
Detective, how are you this morning?
No, I'm doing all right. How about you?
Hopeful that you have something good to tell me.
Well, it just so happens that I do. It's all taken care of. The files are on their way up right now.
Well then, glad you could make it. And I'm fine, thank you. Did you read through the files I gave you?
Backwards and forwards.
The case is yours. I signed you on 2 days ago.
So that's it then?
Who knows, though? Give it a few weeks and you might be wishing you were back investigating homicides.
Maybe, Chief, maybe. But the way I see it, in a week, you'll be getting congratulations from the mayor. And me? I'll have Farron in that room.
This is Eric Farron. Most of you will recognize the face, as he is no stranger to the police force. 2 years ago, he was in this very office. We should have had him, were it not for a number of corrupt cops who were in Farron's pocket. This is the reason for the internal affairs investigation, which has recently caused such a huff. Now we are in a position to remove him from power. Thanks to our inside contact, whose name I cannot mention, we have vital information with regards to Farron's whereabouts and his workings.
We know he's been working his way up the ranks by directing all business towards himself, and, if necessary, removing the competition. If he's able to absorb the entire mob into a single unit, chances are we'll never get our hands on him, which is why we need to act fast. Detective Dorman is going to be heading up this investigation. Detective?
As Officer Harrigan and Tyndall have just stated, this is one of the most important investigations this department has ever undertaken. Farron has an empire in this city, and my partner Steve and I are going to be working very close and on some very dangerous missions with Farron's organization, so it's important that the entire department is at our call on a moment's notice. Farron represents the pinnacle to which a man can climb through crime. It's time for us to topple him.
Look, guys, there's no two ways to go about this. If he wants in, we're going to bring him in here and lay down what it is we're going to need him to do.
Yeah, but as soon as you do that, I mean, he's going to want to call the shots. He didn't come all the way overseas for nothing.
Yeah, and anyways, that means another meeting. I've seen enough of your ugly mugs already.
Yeah, you know what? He's right. I'm sick and tired of all these long meetings that don't go anywhere.
Well, what does Farron have to say?
No one asked you to come tonight after shit you tried to pull.
I thought my presence at this meeting might be beneficial.
This coming from you? If I had my way, I would shoot you in the face right now.
That's why we leave our guns outside.
Sit down, Hunter.
So what have you all decided?
The Russian mob got in today. We're looking to do business with some of us.
You weren't going to tell us that, were you?
He thought he could get in touch with them and make a deal without having to share with the rest of us.
Bastard.
What would you have done? What would any of us have done? The same thing, right?
You were all idiots.
Regardless of whether or not we can all get along, it is inevitable that one of us will have to go meet with the Russians. We can't leave them hanging now, can we?
And do you think that's going to be
Don't
you?
argue. There's money in this, so when we meet the Russians, we need to have a plan.
Whoever we send is just gonna double cross the rest of us.
Nah, there's way too many complications. There's no way we're all gonna agree on anything.
You know what, he's right. We all have our own self-interest. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, there's too much at stake here. Anyone who can do business with the Russians will have his own empire. There's too much self-interest for us to work together.
So what the hell are we gonna do?
What the hell?
That would be all of your bodyguards. I don't believe you'll be needing them again anyway.
Send them out!
No.
Son of a bitch.
I don't think any of you really knew what this meeting was about. I came here to accomplish something.
Farron, you're a fool. If we die, you die.
You haven't heard the end of this. We still got lots of people doing business with us.
I'm sure they'll be perfectly happy to work for me. I have enough money after all.
This is bullshit.
If this is about power, what do you want?
You all want power just as much as I do. Child's play. This is power. Who do you think you are? What, are you trying to make a name for yourself? Are you trying to prove a point? What the fuck gives you the right?